Okay, welcome back to Volkoff Plays Hades 2. This is session 27 of our now long-running series of Volkoff Plays Hades 2. I've enjoyed every second of it, and I'm assuming if you're here tonight or watching this later, you probably enjoyed most of it as well. For tonight, it's just more of the same. We're going to just keep trying to get to some unlocked nocturnal arms, try out as many weapons and boons as we can, just kind of see what we can see in terms of content in the game. And the overarching goal I have right now is to try to get to where we're beating the surface on 16th gear, which is going to be pretty tough, obviously, but I think with the right set of boons and everything, we can make it happen. So is tonight? I don't know. Let's find out. It just depends on how the boons fall, I guess. So anyway, let's get started. Thank you very much, as always, for joining me. I appreciate that very much. And with that, let's get underway.
Oh, so that's the way it is. Always here for me, aren't you?
You were out a while. You know, it's kind of spooky how you never come in through the front flap anymore. Ever think of taking up haunting yourself?
Oh yes, I figure if none of this works out, the lot of us can wander the earth, striking fear into the hearts of any mortals who dare look upon us.
Now we're talking.
To victory. Your family has been of keen interest to the Fates for some time, hasn't it? Ever since Kronos learned he was doomed to be usurped by his own children.
A prophecy that was only fulfilled because Kronos learned of it and desperately tried to prevent it from coming to pass. Perhaps I'd have an easier time with the fated list if I tried to thwart it at every turn.
I wouldn't second guess too much. Later, your father and uncles drew lots to divide up their rule of the world. By chance, your father wound up with the least desirable part, didn't he?
Perhaps the underworld best suited him. So now it's my turn to see that the will of the Fates is done. If they even planned this far ahead.
They were captured, so this can't all be according to their plan. But they are counting on your aid.
I appreciate their confidence. May moonlight guide you. You've seen firsthand the suffering out there, from all the endless warring between Kronos and the gods, but you're entirely unmoved.
Who says I'm unmoved? On the contrary, it makes me all emotional. I'm trying to live in the moment and everything, but I just know I'm going to look back on this and think, these were the best of times.
For you, not for anybody else.
Yes, and?
Should be here soon enough.
Not sure what all the fish do yet, and I'm assuming that they're probably used, or at least some of them are used in some kind of recipe or something like that, so I've been trying to hold off selling them. I'm probably wrong, though.
I was curious to see if you would consecrate the altar of ashes on your own. It ought to be further attuned to you as a result. The secrets of the Arcana nearer to your grasp.
The altar is the threshold through which we all pass, going to and from these crossroads. A gateway to the past, present, and future. I know it isn't mine alone. It's ours.
Correct, on all three counts.
The task proceeds.
Have you met Artemis out there? I suppose it may be worth repeatedly disobeying orders for the chance to see her.
What would you know of it? You really think I'm sneaking out into those woods just to fool around?
Is everything all right between the two of you, at least?
It's fine.
You've gone at this for 50 nights at least, Goddess. Is there occasion yet to give yourself a bit of a reprieve? You're putting yourself through a lot is all.
I've had reprieve along the way, thank you. The springs, the garden, the taverna, even just conversing like this. It's not as though I'm pushing myself in every waking moment.
Aye, we never can push ourselves as hard as possible for as long as we'd like. But you've come a long way, and in the off chance you're not keeping track, I am.
Good. And I'll go farther still. Grow strong. Father. So that's it. Now I see.
Alright, looks like the Knights recommended Nocturnal Arms as the black coat. Looks like I've got 2 of these unlocked. We have Aspect of Selene unlocked for black coat, which is you have a hidden hex to start with. Aspect of Nyx I have not unlocked yet. It's interesting. I don't have enough plasma for that yet. I assume that's probably one of the overworld mini-bosses that I've been cowardly ducking on Mount Olympus. So, conversely, Aspect 1, we attack, sprint, and move speed are faster. We don't have any bonus actually to that now. Looks like we could upgrade it if we wanted. So I think we'll
Still not even a scratch.
yeah, let's stick with Aspect Selene this time. I think it might be a little bit better. At least for how we're playing. Now, with that being said, we're going to go over and look at what the testament is for tonight, and it looks like we only need 4 fear. And we need to kill Scylla, so that's going to be, it's going to be another underworld run. If we stick with the recommendation of the black coat. Yeah, so why not? I mean, it's a good start.
Way to stick it to that Kronos guy.
Do you ever miss it, Commander? Your time in service to the House of Hades, training my brother, holding a position of high honor there.
Oh, 'twas a glorious time for sure. But I would not have earned my post if I kept crying about the past like a little baby. I'm all about the here and now.
But all of what you used to have is gone. The other servants of the house. You must have some concern for them, at least.
Come on, they're gods. They'll probably be fine.
I'm glad you're out of Tartarus at last.
Oh my god! Got to get those.
Alright, to the underworld first then, at least to get warmed up. Let's get
Commencing.
started, go collect some more Nightmare and see how it goes.
All right. I draw you down, O moon. Lend me your light.
You have no memory of Nyx. It was the night herself who found me, discarded and unwanted, and raised me from my youth. But when the Titan Kronos took the House of Hades, she was there. I miss her still. The Path of Stars.
So there are a lot of interesting considerations to this. I don't know exactly how this hex works, per se. I don't know if this stacks, right? So it's going to deal 50 damage and shine and inflict shine, and it will do that 8 times. Your hex deals plus 50% damage each time it keeps hitting the same foe. I'm wondering if that is cumulative, like plus 50% each time, or if it just is a one-time 50% bonus. If it's the former, it's obviously amongst the more powerful aspects of this one. I also like the idea of your hex gaining the bonus to your attack boon. That could be pretty powerful as well. But I think just for, if nothing else, experiment's sake, we're going to work our way towards that middle path first, and then see where we go from there.
The decisive outcome.
For my father. Be gone. No, you don't. Time for a tune-up.
Am I to understand you gave a certain Titan a right thorough walloping of late? Mayhap I helped in my own way? Not like you took down Kronos with your bare hands, eh? The point is, good job, Witchy.
Probably going to be a shock, honestly, to any longtime viewer of this, but I'm going to take some damage reduction right off the bat here.
The Forge of the Heavens.
That rainfall there may be of benefit to you, washing all the filth away, revealing new growth. Think you that Zeus himself brings the rain, or Poseidon? Take one more guess.
Hoping for attack or specials inflict freeze, but we'll go ahead and do Frigid Rush.
Greater might. Going.
Also, no surprise, I'm sure. Always take the Chaos Boon, especially early.
As for you, you did not venture far to find me, Spawn of Hades, for I am everywhere, particularly where the darkness coalesces into seething nothingness. Perhaps we shall see each other again when you are closer to your goal.
It's early in the run, so let's take the money gain.
Coinage.
Little fly, rest your wings. You've grown so tired flying to
I can use this.
you sing you songs. I'll drink of you and leave a little heap. Hello again. Do be careful. Wait, is this what I think it is? Oh, no, I shouldn't. Not again. Weaving silken fineries for somebody such as you truly is an honor and its own reward. Besides, this stuff is for the gods.
The gods may often be the ones indulging in this stuff, but it's not just for them. It's for you. For those whom we regard as friends. Are you sure you're all right here? I can scarce go 50 paces in these woods without having to defend myself.
I'm comfortable alone. I have my little lair, I've sustenance, and I have my weaving. I no longer even need a loom and thread. I'm grateful. And I do so appreciate you visiting. Come back again, won't you?
Because it's a fated choice, we're gonna take this one.
Like a warm embrace.
Easy choice here.
I've returned. Of my sight.
No point in holding back even a smidge when we're in such a serious predicament as there. So yeah, some of my raw, unbridled power ought to tide you over, I should think.
Alright, Poseidon, thanks for the dad joke. We're gonna take the attack boon here, as it's rather useful. I was hoping to get that from Demeter. I've been getting unlucky with her lately. I love the freeze afflict for attacks and specials, but oh well.
Gonna handle this. Fates must be smiling on you as I'm about to do all the work.
They have this coming. Then let's go.
Check your aim. Out of my
about you again.
Really not my night.
You must have thought you would have taken Kronos down by now. Have you even seen him? Gotten
Did you get
anywhere near
good,
my
Nemesis?
father's house?
Keep hitting snags along the way. The pathways down to Tartarus have changed a lot, especially once you get to the fields.
I have a sense for where we need to go. I'd suggest we proceed together, had Headmistress not strictly forbidden it.
Not happening, no matter what she says. Doing this alone. Better odds that way anyway.
Some assistance, please. Victory! I'm over. Come, you thieves. Now to the matter at hand. All clear. My chaos curse subsided.
Muskie, welcome, man. Thank you for joining. What we're grinding today is I let the game select the weapon, so we had the black coat, and the testament for that was to beat, I think it's Scylla on 4 fear. So that's what we're doing first as a warm up. Depending on how far we get and how good we think we're doing, we might try that 16 fear overruled run again, which we'll see how that goes. It was pretty grim viewing the other night for that one, I'm sure. Alright, so the decision in front of us here, more damage reduction, which I did already take some, or more damage, and I think we all know where I'm going with.
Feeling fine.
Okay, we're gonna go palm. Go ahead and take some more DPS. Okay, let's see what we've got on offer for Charon. Restore 24 damage. Yeah,
This should help.
Go ahead and round it off nicely. We'll see what we got in the shop. I'm hoping for a good boon here. Aphrodite could be the answer.
Olympus, I accept this message. This must be
More
love.
damage. Don't mind if I do. I'll take that armor as well to help me not blow.
Dressed all in spider silk. I sense that Demeter is with you once again. I suspected she would either be among the first to lend support or to refuse.
Could you not have told her about me, Headmistress? To have lost her daughter and grandchildren, I cannot imagine her sorrow.
It was a painful choice to leave her in the dark. She would have gone to war immediately, but our task requires patience. As you... Crossed flames burn.
suit.
Okay, so there's the 5 cards that are getting activated here as part of the build we're doing. And just to get you up to speed, Muskie, I don't know if you have seen some of what I've been doing over the past few nights, but an easy to fear on the Vow of Testament is to limit the amount of psyche that you have, or the amount of grasp. So I think I've got mine on 40%, but I'm using the Judgment card at the end of the run, which every time you beat a Guardian, you activate 4 random cards that you don't have activated. And so we started, and for this card to be active, you can be playing no more than 4 other cards, I believe it is. So now we've just unlocked, let's see, I think the Unseen was one of them. The Furies was definitely one of them. The Boatman. Origination, which is a great card. Dealing 25% damage to anything with 2 curses. So, as these runs go, by the time you beat Cerberus, you've got like 20 cards active. Obviously, on the surface, that's a whole different story. It's just so much harder right off the bat on those surface runs. So I just haven't had the same type of success pursuing that strategy. Speaking of strategies, I squandered away that armor, as I think you predicted, and so that was quick. I'm thinking about taking the experimental hammer, which basically gives you some kind of a special enchantment for your weapon. You know, for 10 encounters. So just using this in Act 2. I don't really need any of this other stuff. I could take Ghost Onion if I felt like I'm going to lose a bunch of health here, or I could take Gold Purse and gain some gold. But, yeah. I think we got a lot of gold already. Actually, no, I am going to take the purse. I am going to take the purse.
Fine choice.
And we'll take 2 mystery seeds. Why not? Yeah. Let's see what this jerk's got to say.
The frosty goddess Demeter is urging you along this eve. Alas, there are no seasons in the underworld.
Look upon me. See you in the crossroads. As planned. That song again. Come. Go through that. Attack!
No big deal on missing those past few streams for 2 reasons. Number one is that it allows me to shamelessly plug my YouTube repository where I'm putting all this stuff up at. So over at YouTube, it's the Volkoff Plays channel. It's got all my previous streams. But the other thing is, if you're catching up, you've got some really cool streams to watch. There was a couple of extremely profitable nights. I think maybe sessions 22 and 23, where we had multiple clears. There's a 16 fear clear of the underworld out there somewhere, in one of those nights at least. So if you haven't seen that yet, that should make for some good watching, I think. So here we've got a few options. We've got a shop, which will have a boon. We've got Narcissus, who I'm kind of underwhelmed by what he gives you. And then we've got a Demeter and Poseidon boon war. So I'm going to go Demeter and Poseidon again because I love Demeter so much. But this one's definitely going to be the one that costs me the most health.
In you go.
How sensible of you.
Tough decision here because, for a couple reasons. Demeter's freeze, it's awesome to inflict that with your casts, for sure. Just mainly because it's usually much easier to afflict an enemy with a casting circle than it is to hit them with a special. This weapon, your specials are homing missiles, so that doesn't really particularly fly. And then in addition, that special damage bonus is pretty substantial. It's plus 60%. So that's why I'm leaning towards taking Ice Force instead here.
I see.
Now, of course, we pissed Poseidon. He's not happy about it.
Wounded me, my niece. Not physically, of course, but mentally. Such wounds as heal only with revenge.
This does not make the ribosomes happy.
I mean no disrespect. Drown in it. it's activated. Message for me.
Had so much vengeance on the mind, I let you have a little taste back there. Fear not. Only our enemies shall be getting the full course.
Like high surf. I've definitely found it to be very useful, especially with all these additional enemies in here.
A wave of power.
Obviously, we're going hammer here.
Lurkers.
So, I'm going to take Counter Barrage, I'll tell you why. We've taken Siege Frame already. Both of these are fated choices, so obviously it's going to come down to one of these two, but I didn't use it with the first run, but the Omega attack, when you're charging it up, you block attacks in front of you, which is huge. So if you're blocking with the Omega attack, you auto-fire 5 shots of your special. That's pretty significant. The other one, your special is launching and flying 80% faster. There is a certain amount of appeal to that one as well. And I'm sure on a later run we'll try that one out too and see how it is. But this is what we're going to go with here.
Feels even sturdier.
And we obviously got to go Chaos. Yeah, dude, I do too, Muskie.
I've blood to spare.
Obviously, it's kind of like the antithesis of how I'm usually playing.
Almighty Chaos?
So it's kind of cool from that aspect. I also have been thinking to myself as we're going through with this, that this is a lot more viable for these like high fear surface runs where there's just so many more enemies that are doing so many more attacks. Yeah. Okay. I think we're gonna go Paralyzing Favor. He's taking 5 damage every time we use specials. That's gonna be a major bummer for us. And don't have much max life to begin with, so it would also be a bummer to expend a couple of Death Defiances when we don't need to. Plus the max magic's not a big deal to me. So we'll go Paralyzing Favor. And hopefully we just don't get hit and we get good. Man, I've really been getting kind of messed over with the choices. I've got a lot of bones and ashes, the occasional nectar in there.
giggles? Hello!
Squeaky bum
I
time.
hate her. For me.
Moon, yeah, which is so +3 magic every second. I like that card, by the way. I usually have that active. The Enchantress, we can alter location rewards. That's good. Knight, plus 9% damage to deal critical damage with each move in a Omega combo. What was it? Strength. Well, you have no death defiance. You take minus 40% damage and you deal 25%. That's also a good card. So yeah, that was close. I thought it might be because of that chaos flick. That stun every time you take damage when there's tons of AoE and projectile stuff going on.
See that one too?
Figured that might be pretty detrimental to us, but we're good.
Come on out.
Made it.
Another chitin.
So we're gonna take a look now. This is obviously also expired for the night. Time to change it out. Something else. I'm honestly thinking about taking the Ghost Onion, because that's just going to keep us healed up. I don't think we need the Death Defiances, at least. If we do use a couple on this, we'll probably change the Luckier Tooth for the last. Otherwise, we'll go with Knuckle Bones.
The Onion.
But the Onion will get us back up to full health. Oh man, another Chaos Gate. I mean, we've got to. Right? I mean... You know, I hate what happens here is what typically happens. I will buy this, and then it'll be like you can go in a Chaos Gate or you can have another Daedalus Hammer.
Valuable enough.
And I always pick the hammer, so it knows what it's doing. But let's see if that happens this time.
To the fields.
And sure enough, all right, there you go. All right, I hate to do it. I can't skip a Daedalus Hammer. I can't. It's not in my way to do it.
Wheat seeds. Suffer no more.
All right, a couple of interesting ones here. But I think I'm going to take the specials, launch and fly, since we have that auto use of specials already. We'll take this one. If all was equal, I'd be taking Reaper Frame, though. I did have that one in a previous run and enjoyed it.
I grow strong.
Muskie put in chat, he's right. Should probably check what's in the shop before you pick your relic, just in case, like, you could heal, for instance. If I could have done some instant healing, then I wouldn't have had to take the Ghost Onion. And he's right, so that's some good advice for you out there if you want to be a good player, which I'm not. You should probably go that route.
Mourners.
Dude was just standing over there. He saw what happened to everybody else, and he was like, I'm good. I'm not here to fight. Taking the shameless attitude.
I think I'm finished here. A golden bough.
Alright, I'm gonna go Aphrodite.
Let's begin. Tula now. We'll have to do this again. Olympus, I accept this message.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Where you use 40 magic, create a heartthrob. That probably isn't going to be very hard to do. But we'll go Wife Restoration. We all know how sloppy I am.
Oh.
So that'll help us survive. Survivability's a good thing. Even on these underworld runs, which are starting to feel a little more second hat.
No escape. It's an anguish. Echo, let me know if I can help you. I can help you. Help you. This shall help.
There it is again, extra dose, which has been part of so many successful runs, and which I think has got to be one of the S tier boons that you can get. I'm looking forward to seeing how that impacts us this time. Alright, so our choices here, we've got a Hermes on the left, we've got a Selene on the right, and I think I'm going to go with the stronger moon next.
I've drawn them out. That's one down. Show me the way. Lonii. Now my reward. Good evening, boatman. Hear me on my authority.
success rate again. It obviously pairs really well with something like extra dose. So 8% double strike chance passively plus success rate, which is another 40%, should give us 11.2%. That extra 3% really makes a big difference, and especially when you're able to either upgrade the rarity or upgrade the level of these types of wounds. They really have led to some extremely good builds. So yeah, success rate, extra dose. When you're doing your runs out there, check it out and see if you can find them and stack them together.
Moonlight, guide us. I'm not afraid of you.
And world-shaking clash, the dreadful Cerberus recovers his true form.
Now be at peace again. You're always here, good shade.
I think I just placed the shade that Milenoes has said a few different things to. He is the shade in the Theseus encounter from Hades 1. There's one shade that cheers for you, and Zagreus would always go to, you could always go interact with him. And I think that's him. I'm gonna have to go look that up. That's purely from memory, so maybe I'm making that up, but I am pretty sure that's who that is. I'm sitting here
The
trying
old
to think of
service
that
hall.
for probably the last 10 times I've seen him. Ooh, so you can't. Okay, wait a minute. So you got to do the fountain first. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Now you can do that. And then finally check this, which it's like, oh boy. All right, we have one Death Defiance left and one Tula Death Defiance, and that's all we've got. So I'm gonna have to take Lucky or two to give ourselves at least one more Death Defiance, but this one could easily get away from us here in the last round, especially with the relative lack of max HP we've got. So, you know, again, I've done it to myself. I just love taking those damage boons. Anyway, here we go.
Maintenance access. Some coins. They'll know I'm here.
She has returned. Muster our defenses.
Four chambers to go. The gods and their petty squabbles.
Cheers.
If I were you, I wouldn't still be me, so you get my drift.
Sorry.
Come on, cat. Enough of this.
That's how I like to settle a dispute, using whichever impressionable creatures are around to make my dissatisfaction known.
we'll take Slip for sure. So this is,
Now.
let's see, we've got Demeter who freezes, and we've got Poseidon who now can inflict Slip, which is, then that will make Divination trigger. Is it Divin? No, it's not Divination. Lesson has always been an idiot. Origination. So plus 25% damage. This is a card I need to work on upgrading. Yeah, I need to upgrade. I think that can get up to 50%.
It's me.
Returned. When first we had to fend off Typhon long ago, we dared not think the Titan Lord whom we had already disposed of was responsible. Surely not even he in all his arrogance believed that such a monster would bend to his will.
All Kronos probably expected was that the monster would immediately attack Olympus. How could he have awakened such a thing without our family even noticing?
With Nyx herself amongst the Titan Lord's captives, all that transpires deep within the earth cannot be known by anyone. And now, even though both Typhon and the Titan fell to us before, we have never had to face them both at once. Indeed. May it be of use.
It won't be for naught. They never learn. Just a few chambers left. Need a target. What say you, Homer?
We'll keep holding it together on this mountaintop, just as long as you keep holding it together wherever it is you happen to be. Take care, all right?
Such wondrous
More damage?
spectacle.
Absolutely.
Tula, fish. Victory. Come along, goldfish. To be unseen is to become as mist. Well, there goes that. At least I saw it through. Onion. We showed them, Tula. Some seeds. The house.
Alright, so a new record for sure on the amount of gold we've made it to the end of the run with a staggering 3,000 gold in the coffers. Obviously, we're going to buy that nightmare. We're going to... I mean, we might as well buy everything, even things we don't think we need. In terms of the max magic, but let's see what we got here. Okay. Gonna take white smite.
Just what you wanted,
and then last boon of the
Nobody
run.
wants you playing favourites, witches. We've got this method of delivering you unmarked
See what we
boons,
get
so you'll just
with
have to take what you can
Basius.
get. Surprise!
I mean, that's great, man.
Set.
Alright, let's see if we... I don't know if we're gonna heal from that Aphrodite boon. That'd be kind of neat.
Swing
yeah,
time.
we are. That is so pivotal. Huge. Absolutely huge to get that heal.
Refreshing.
So let's see how it goes.
Persist.
This is anything but guaranteed.
Now, what is that preposterous contraption which you wear? Alas, not even I am able to keep up with you young upstarts and your perplexing fashion trends.
Oh, this is the black coat. I haven't put it on for fashion's sake, although you're right in that you won't be able to keep up.
Such confidence in your abilities, or in the fate's designs. But you must know, newfangled armaments such as that cannot compare with the classics. Slice you to ribbons. It scratched me. Legions of the Golden Age, answer my call. Meddlesome brat. Confound it. Three, two, one. Damnable Such youthful arrogance. Where did you go? You brat. To have been brought this low once more by a mere
That is a clear.
god. May all my kin be damned.
For what you did to this house.
Alright, so this clear was brought to you probably in no small part again by that partnership of Extra Dose and the Extra what is it, the Hermes ability that allows things to be additionally successful. Poseidon Waves doing the damage, 152,000 of it, in fact, on this particular run. Aspect of Selene, I'm not sure still how to feel about that yet. I think in a run where you got a few different Selene upgrades, that would be a pretty good one.
Such power.
From Shadow sprang the peerless witch Melenoe, and back to Shadow she returns for now. We shall resume her tale at another time.
Return to Shadow now. As it should be. Another night, another lesson learned.
Well, you're back. Hey, if you showed up just a bit sooner, you could have heard Nemesis complaining up a storm again.
That's not mock retribution incarnate, if you know what's good for you. She and Headmistress have been at each other's throats.
You know I could, possess her for you, right? Just kind of swoop in there, rattle around in her head a little bit, make her do some bad stuff. Embarrassing stuff? Just for a little while, I mean, if I got caught in there.
Dora, don't. So... good.
It's my job, Moros. Simple as that. No one else wants to do it. No one else can do it.
But the retribution you see fit to dole out, how can you be so certain that decisions about such consequences are yours alone? The Fates have quite a bit of say in it as well.
What, you think I'm just another mindless puppet our sisters are pushing around? Come on. Their prophecies are vague because they don't really know what's coming.
Even if that were true, the burden of choosing who deserves what, I wouldn't want to bear it on my own. Otherwise, my judgment would have to be perfect at all times. Yet we are fallible beings.
Speak for yourself.
I was.
Well done.
This task, why does it fall solely to me, Headmistress? Because Nemesis,
She is a burden. Had I not sworn to Nyx that I would watch over her children, I'd have cast her out for insubordination long ago.
She's frustrated you haven't given her a chance. Her strength far surpasses mine, and she's trained at least as hard. I've seen it.
Why defend her thus, Millenoi? Her attitude speaks far louder than she. I shall entrust nothing of import to one such as that.
Good hunting.
Into the earth you go. Live and thrive.
They've ceased attempts to find a good route through Elysium, hence your somewhat unconventional way into Tartarus. The old administrative corridor remains neglected still?
Completely deserted, to the point of being rather peaceful. Drops me right into the maintenance sector, just as you mapped out.
Oh, our shades deserve the greatest share of credit for that feat. Though I'll take some, if you insist. Your task is difficult enough that we didn't need you getting lost along the way.
No objections here.
The Slayer of Titans returns!
Alright, so this is where I'll bring it to a close for at least this evening. Glad we got a good, successful run in. Game is continuing to be a blast as always, so hopefully you'll join me next time. Next session, we'll go for that 16 Fear surface clear, and we'll probably do it by trying some of the weapons that have worked best for us. So either the Thanatos Axe, or maybe perhaps the aspect of Medea's Skull was also one where you've had a couple really good runs. So we'll be taking a serious crack at it come next time. So hopefully you'll join us for that. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next time.